The Boston Celtics just blew their last chance they had to win a championship. Being the second seed and after the playoff run they had last year, everybody expected to see this team back in the finals this year. And not only did they choke once in these playoffs, they choked twice in the same series. Almost creating history and being the first team to ever come back down 3-0, they forced a Game 7 and did the most Celtics thing possible. They got blown out and put up one of the worst Game 7 performances I've ever seen from a team in my life. This playoffs loss isn't like the loss they took last year in the finals against the Warriors. Last year, they were able to come into next season with the same core and confidence they had in the year prior, knowing they had another chance at a championship. But that is not necessarily the case this year. What's up, everybody? It's Dylan V2. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, we're going to be discussing how crucial of an offseason this is for the Boston Celtics. As it stands right now, Jaylen Brown has a supermax extension on the table to return to the Boston Celtics, which is a 5-year, $250 million contract. This is big for Jaylen Brown, and not to say that he doesn't deserve it, because Jaylen Brown, despite him literally forgetting how to dribble a basketball, Jaylen Brown has been one of the best players in the league for a while now. This past season being a 26.6 point per game scorer and a big contributor to the Celtics offense. It's time he gets a contract he deserves. But saying that, Jaylen Brown would now be the second player on the Boston Celtics with that supermax extension, joined by the Green Mamba himself, Jason the Fraud Tatum. If Jaylen Brown were to accept a supermax, the Celtics would have no more money to sign any help for a while. This means they'd be putting 5 years worth of faith into this Jason Tatum-Jaylen Brown duo. After watching these past two Celtic playoff runs, this team has the potential to go all the way and win a championship. In 2022, they were obviously faced against the Warriors dynasty and Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond, Andrew Wiggins, and the rest of that amazing Warriors team. I don't think any NBA team was going to beat those Warriors last year. Steph Curry was out for vengeance, and they were going to get that ring regardless. And the Celtics put up a good fight, forcing the series to 6 games and most of the games being somewhat close, which is why it was so surprising to me that 1 year later the Celtics are struggling with the same exact problems that lost them the finals before, and they somehow regressed in the year as well. All respect to the Miami Heat and what they were able to do, the Heat simply outplayed them as a basketball team. But the Boston Celtics should have never been in a position where they were down 3-0 to the 8th seed. Just like how we forgot how low our expectations were for the Heat this year, I think we are all forgetting how low the Celtics fell under expectations this year as well. But every single time they've been right there, this duo chokes in the moment and quits. They literally just quit trying. Marcus Smart, Robert Williams III, Derek White, and some other rotation guys have been amazing this postseason for the Celtics, and all of these players are still young and evolving. But overall, the Celtics' depth has been questionable, and they could definitely use some more backup on their bench. Al Horford is not getting any younger, and I truly do not think the Celtics are going to make it past that tipping point, keeping this same core they've had for years now. The other side of this is, if Jaylen Brown does not accept the supermax, he would inevitably get traded this offseason. Where he would go and what the Celtics would get for him, nobody is quite sure. But there is a lot of speculation going around that the Celtics may try to make a move towards the most loyal loser in NBA history, Damian Lillard. I think this trade would be great for both teams. The Trailblazers have been stuck in the same losing position for Dame's entire career now, and they could use a reset. And if Damian Lillard pairs up with Jason Tatum on the Boston Celtics, I believe that is a guaranteed championship season for the Celtics. This season, Damian Lillard averaged 32.2 points a game with 7.3 assists. Damian Lillard has still been playing amazing, and this duo will be dangerous for the NBA. I don't know how realistic this trade is, but if it goes through, this would shake the league up. Jaylen Brown, like I said before, has consistently been an all-star caliber player for a couple years now. I don't know why this is even a thing, but Jaylen Brown just literally forgot how to dribble a basketball. At this moment in time, Jaylen Brown is definitely not a player that you could trust to lead your team. And not only in these playoffs, but last year as well, his overall game was questionable, from his okay defense to his horrible offensive judgment. Looking back at it now, it's hard to see why people were so confident in this Jaylen Brown-Jason Tatum duo. They both have pretty identical weaknesses when it comes to poor decision making, coming up short in big moments, and questionable leadership skills. Every successful duo in history had some sort of counterbalance to each other's weaknesses. Take LeBron James and Dwayne Wade for example. They were both able to fill in for each other's weak areas and build each other up. And you could say this for many other small forward shooting guard duos. I absolutely hate that I have to use these top tier duos as comparisons, but Jordan and Pippen is another example. On the flip side, look at the current duo of Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. They were statistically one of the best scoring duos we have seen in NBA history, but they still fell short in the playoffs because they both had the same weaknesses and skills, and they just did not mesh well as a duo. As inconsistent as Jason Tatum has been, I believe with a few more years of experience, Tatum could be the leader of a championship team. Only time will tell, but he has already put up some historic playoff performances, like his 51 points in Game 7 against Philadelphia, breaking the Game 7 scoring record. Once his game matures and he grows better decision-making skills, I see the potential. But as the team stands today, I have absolutely zero confidence in this Jaylen Brown-Jason Tatum duo being successful moving forward. Another factor I don't think has gotten enough attention, but still falls under the same umbrella as the Jason Tatum doesn't have the killer mentality take. I do not remember one year where people have looked at the Celtics as Jason Tatum's team, the way we would for other superstars. I know it may sound unfair due to Jaylen Brown also being on the team, but Tatum has shown he is leaps and bounds ahead of Jaylen Brown and the rest of the Celtics. He just has not shown it. Even back when Kyrie was playing for the Celtics, Tatum never showed that hunger and dog in him to make it his team and stand out. Jason Tatum consistently preaches and lets everybody know that Kobe is his favorite player and who he models his game after. Boy, if you don't get— Which is why it's so disappointing and confusing how he has such a weak mindset when it comes to playing. The best move for the Celtics, in my opinion, is to trade Jaylen Brown, see what you can get for him, hopefully Damian Lillard, because that would be the best for the Boston Celtics and for the Blazers, I believe. Get some more surrounding stars around Tatum that can help him expand and grow his game. But as to what I think will happen, only time will tell. It's sad to say, but the Boston Celtics may have just blown their last chance at a championship with this core they've had for years. The top contenders in this league figured out exactly how to stop them, and it'll be nearly impossible to get over this hump. If the Boston Celtics decide to keep Jaylen Brown, not make any more adjustments to the team, and give him this 5-year supermax, this team is only going downhill from here. But let me know what you guys think, if the Celtics should keep this Jason Tatum Jaylen Brown duo, or if they should trade him and get some more surrounding pieces for Tatum. But with that being said, that's all I've got for today. Thank you all for watching. If you've enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you on the next one.